What's up, everyone? Blake Sloan here with Chris Wilkinson. I want you an awesome success story where he's absolutely crushing right now, but a massive breakthrough last month. And I just shared the success story a little bit, talked about. You shared me in a message today, which I thought was very, very powerful. And even you're seeing that on the contract side. 200 contracts so far in the last month, one you're negotiating right now. But
Right.
Talk about your big breakthrough you had, and we really started making this push for appointments. And what was the result of that?
So biggest thing was just getting on the phone, and instead of just making a transfer, it was actually just going after the appointment. I kind of just had a mind shift where, if I was going to help somebody, I wanted to basically be able to sit down with them and do it the right way. So
Yep.
that's basically what happened.
And with our process, we kind of have this process. We have a detailed script designed to book an appointment. If you got a lot of buyers who are non-locals, like up north, obviously it's hard to sit with them. And so we started doing push them to a virtual appointment.
That's right.
And then every client we go through, take a detailed buyer presentation, step by step what we do, 12-month buyer agreement, 3.5%. And of the 30 you book 30 in the month of October, which is basically one the entire month, one every day of the month, which if you look at per work day, it's a multiple. And then of that, 14 showed.
That's right. And I signed 14 of them.
So 14 people showed, 14 of 14 signed the buyer agreement at that process. And so that just shows the power of your skill set, shows the power of the presentation, shows that it does work if you just push it and push for the appointment, where so many people are getting weak, so many people are just trying to be their friend.
Right.
And we did the math on that. If you did the math on that, 30 a month, 14 signed, that's a 50% show ratio. Then obviously that's pretty typical for any appointment. And then if you go back and nurture the ones that no shows, you can rebook them. But ideally, if you keep those numbers up, was it 142 appointments a year or something? What was the number? No. Oh, no, 142 sign a year if it's just 10 months. You add the other, let's say 28. So you're what? Basically 160 sign. If you do the math, only 25% actually go to contract, which is pretty low, right? If I signed 4 clients, only 1 actually purchases. And that's somebody who signs an agreement they're going to buy something to you in the next 12 months. That puts you at what, 46, 47 deals?
Right. I think it was 42.
42 deals, right? Which is massive amounts of money. Talking $400,000 commission, GCI. It's just a massive breakthrough, and it just goes to so what do you feel out there in terms of the amount of leads to call? Is there plenty of leads to call for you?
There's so many leads. There's an unlimited amount of leads. So it's just a matter of how much you want to get, and you can just keep going. Like yesterday, I booked an appointment off of 2 dials, and I was like, 2 dials isn't enough. Like our standard here at Sloan Realty Group is at least $100 per day. So I kept dialing, and ended up booking 2 more appointments from that.
Massive mind shift, and then booked, so 3 book appointments total. Right, and a lot of times we're hopping on Zoom. If they're local, we book them Zoom. Sorry, book in person. If they're non-local, we book Zoom. And then what's the process like? Obviously, you don't give away the farm, but what's it look like when you get on the presentation? You just go through the learning about them, and then what?
It's a pretty simple process. It's almost like sitting down with them in person, but there's just a screen in front of you. Simple as
And I
that.
think consumers are so used to Zoom post-COVID. They're comfortable with it. We have a built-in Google Meet system or Zoom that we can use. And so super proud of Chris. He's absolutely crushing it. He took into our, 2 months ago, we made this push of hey, let's do the math of what 1 appointment per day in your business looks like, right? Multiple 6 figures. And it's just that simple, right? People overcomplicate the business. If I just push for an appointment a day, it changes everything. And it's that same exact thing.
Absolutely.
What would you say to anybody out there who's struggling, who's not sure what to do, who just needs some guidance, who feels like they're just floundering? What would you have advice for them in the current market?
Come to Sloan Realty Group. I mean, we have a system that's been proven since 2008.
Yep.
So just get here, plug in, do the work, and you'll be successful.
Awesome, brother. Super proud of Chris. He's absolutely crushing it. Look forward to more videos from him, and I'll see you next video.